So Papa John's sold pan pizza 10 years ago, whatever it was. What happened then and what's different now?
Well, what's different about this pan pizza is I think in the product development cycle, we were much clearer in terms of the goalpost, in terms of what we were trying to deliver from an attribute perspective. What it tasted like, what it looked like, the texture of the product. So we started the product development cycle this time a little different. So we're a very consumer-centric company, and we went out and talked to consumers, particularly pan consumers, in terms of what they wanted to see in a pan pizza. So we did a lot of research, we did a lot of benchmarking in the industry in terms of what people we thought did well from a best practices perspective. So we started with a clear vision and we ended up with a different product. And one of the most important things to a pan user is the crust, the pan pizza crust, right? And it all starts with the dough, right? So we spent a ton of time working with our flour suppliers, our yeast supplier, to get to the right recipe. We literally worked through hundreds of iterations of samples and testing in our labs to get to that right recipe because we had a very clear vision in terms of the finished product that we wanted. This outside crust of the product, very important to a pan consumer. It's thick, but this outside cheese ring, cheesy, crispy, buttery, that's what a pan user wants to have.
Why pan pizza and why now? You know, I look at so many pizza companies, they're focusing on thin crust or gluten-free.
Yeah.
Why drop a pan pizza right now?
We've had people calling us for years because we've not had it on our menu, asking, why don't you have a pan pizza, right? So we're feeling a need there. You know, one of the things we did with this particular test is we measured the consumers that were coming in and buying. So we've had this product in test for about seven markets for about 6 months. And we know that a significant percentage of people that are buying that pan, they're new to us, right? They're new customers to us. So these are people that might have been consumers from our competitors. Right?
What about operationally? I mean, I can't imagine you just drop a pan pizza, poof. I would imagine there's retraining, how you cook the pizza. Take us through some of that.
Yeah, part of the test in the 7 markets was we had to test through some of the operational issues. The pan pizza, because it is so thick and hearty, it takes longer to cook. It takes longer to cook. So we had to figure out in all of our different stores, 3,500 stores across the United States, how to make that happen. Each store has a different footprint based on its volume, the amount of customers it has, and the ovens that they use. So we had to come up with a number of different solutions to do that, to make it cook longer for the pan. So some of the solutions involved, they had to buy new ovens, or they had to dedicate an oven. If they have 3 ovens, then they had to dedicate 1 to the pan. So it's a complicated solution. I might be oversimplifying it there. But it took us months to figure that out.
And lastly, you mentioned some of the competitors, you know, Domino's, a Pizza Hut, have been selling pan pizzas. What sets your apart? Is there an ingredient thickness? Is there something that tells the consumer this is different than those guys?
Well, we love our crust for the reasons I mentioned earlier, but with so much about us, Papa John's, it's about the better ingredients, right? So the dough itself, 7 simple ingredients that fit under our clean label profile. If you go back and look at our ingredient statement versus some of our competitors, I don't think you'd see their ingredient statements being as clean. So that's a proprietary recipe we developed. Another thing that makes our product unique is our pan pizza sauce. So this is a fresh packed pizza sauce that we've developed specifically for this product. This product goes from the vine to the can out in California in 6 hours. It's fresh packed. A lot of our competitors use a concentrated pizza sauce, which means basically it's been cooked many times, condensed, and then they add water back in the store. We don't do that.
What about the garlic sauce? Because you told me off camera, there's a garlic sauce floating around in here.
So there is. So one of the things that's most popular about Papa John's, and it's almost a cult thing, is people love our garlic butter, right? And there's a butter flavor within that people really like. So we built that butter flavor into the crust.
Pretty crafty, Papa John's, pretty crafty.
Thank you. This pan dough actually is baked in a canola oil that has that butter flavor baked into it.
Well, thanks for showing us around. Good luck with the launch. I'm sure we'll talk to you guys soon.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.